everybody, welcome to Get Real with Jen. It is the place to be if you want to learn about what it takes to create healthy, permanent weight loss, especially if you're a woman over 40, and especially if you have tried a gazillion things. Maybe you've lost some weight and come back on, or maybe you feel like everything that you do just doesn't work long term, and you think it's you that's not working. Well, I can guarantee it's not you, it's the methods that you're trying. And every Monday at noon, I'm sharing the real deal of what it takes to get healthy in your body. And the first thing is that you need to get really, really clear that you are responsible for having created the body that you're in right now. So if you're super fit and healthy and you're watching this, well, you've created that. If you are feeling really overweight and like you have no energy, you've also created that. And sometimes that sucks, right? Like sometimes it sucks to go, wait a minute, what? Like it is way easier to want to blame your situation, your circumstances. Maybe you want to blame stress or environmental conditions. Like all I know is that I talk to women every day who can blame their weight on something outside of themselves. And here's the deal. You have somehow along the way told yourself that it's okay. That it's okay for you to not matter, that it's okay for you to be overweight, that it's okay to not take care of yourself, that it's okay to not feel healthy or to look your best or feel your best. You have subconsciously told yourself that. And the truth is, it's totally not okay. You matter, your health matters, how you want to feel in your body matters, but it is so easy to get distracted from that and to get pulled away from you. Well, and how do I know that? Well, because I've lived it. Like I've lived that life where I didn't matter and other things and people mattered more, and all my energy went into taking care of them, not to actually taking care of me. And I mean, I know that we've all heard the oxygen mask theory where you're told, in the plane, if something happens on the airplane, put your oxygen mask on first so that, you can take care of others around you. But in life, we don't tend to do that. And I'm in the process of going through a very deep, personal, transformative program right now. And I want to share with you something that really hit home with me this weekend. And I've talked about it in a number of different ways, but I really love how it was presented to me over the past week. And I really think you're going to get something out of it, because here's what I know. Often there's like shit that goes down in our past that hurts. Things will hurt, right? We've all, if you're past the age of 40, chances are you've gone through some stuff in your life that has caused you pain. Right? And I don't know what that is. It could be, your relationship, parenting struggles, how you were parented, alcoholism, addiction, relationship challenges, divorce, financial struggle. But I can guarantee that there's going to be something, if not many things in life that have started to shut you down. And the problem is if we keep letting what's happened in our past influence our now, then our past basically just becomes our future. And that's the thing we're trying to change, right? So I'm going to show you what that actually looks like. I'm going to stand on here, and this is what it looks like, right? So past, present, and future. Okay, so we can probably agree that everything that's happened in your past is like everything that's just happened before now. So past is everything that has just happened before now. Everything since you were little up until this moment. In fact, when I started this Facebook Live 5 minutes ago, that's now 5 minutes in my past, right? So when's the present happening? When's the present happening? The present is happening now. It's like moment by moment by moment by moment. It's happening now. So your present is now, right? Each moment is the present. And so what's your future? Your future is anything that hasn't happened yet. So it could be 5 minutes from now, tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. So your future is over there. Now, here's what's really interesting about this. Most of us who, if we've been overweight or you are overweight, you're in your present. But what you keep doing is you keep letting things from your past, right? You keep grabbing on to these things that you've done in your past, and you're bringing them into your present. So it looks like this. You're going to take your past and bring it into your present. And then all of a sudden your present becomes your future, and your future starts to look exactly like your past. right? So you're overweight in the past and you're overweight now and you're overweight in the future. You might have set a goal to lose weight a year ago. You didn't. And so now your future is that you're still overweight. What we need to do to shift and break this cycle is you got to get really, really clear on what your vision is of who you're becoming. Who are you becoming? Who do you need to become to lose weight? Who do you need to become to lose weight? Biggest question. Most of the time we're focusing on what we do. We want to, drink more water, eat healthy, go to the gym, not eat at night. And really when we look at that, who we need to become is we need to become committed to the vision of who we want to be. So your future, I teach my clients this, you have to have a strong vision. You have to have such a strong vision of who you want to be and how you want to feel and how you want to feel in your body and, what your goals are, and be connected to that, because I can guarantee that if you keep bringing your past, and for many of my clients, one of the things that they're lacking, they're not lacking knowledge. They know some of the things that they do that get in their way. They know how they self-sabotage. They know some of the habits and behaviors that aren't serving them, but they keep doing them. But when I ask them, well, how do you want to feel? It's a bit more murky. There isn't as much clarity around it. And so that's the piece that's so important. And then what you have to do is you have to be willing to say, okay, my past is over. My past has happened. It is done. You have to draw a line, a demarcation line saying the past is done. And then what you have to do is you have to bring this vision of who you're becoming into your present. You bring the vision of who you're becoming into your present, and that means you bring the behaviors of that person, you bring the attitudes of that person, you bring their habits, the habits that it takes to create the person that you want to be into your now. And what I want to talk about is, or share with you, is there's so much more power in figuring out who you need to be to lose weight as opposed to what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Most of us get lost on who we need to be, right? So when we talk about ways of being, I'm talking about things that would take you towards your vision. It's things like being responsible, being accountable, being committed, being in integrity, doing what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to work out, work out. If you say you're going to get up early, get up early. If you say that you're going to, drink water, drink water. If you say that you're, going to be alcohol-free, be alcohol-free. Right? Do what you say you're going to do. So be in integrity. Maybe you need to be loving to yourself. Maybe you need some compassion. Maybe you need to be courageous. I think making the decision to lose weight is one of the most bold, courageous acts you can make, because it is such a powerful vehicle for transformation. Why? Because you can't escape your head. You can't escape your thoughts, right? You're with yourself 24/7, and your thoughts often come from your past. Your feelings come from your past, whatever happens back here. And so when you're on a weight loss journey, you face yourself, right? It's you versus you when it comes to weight loss. All of the knowledge in the world cannot shift you if you don't choose to become connected to your vision. And that's why diets are just they're such a hoax. They really are. They just give you a list of behaviors and habits, and they don't really teach you anything further than that. They don't teach you about the mindset. They don't teach you about how to, they don't tell you that, yeah, you're probably gonna have a shit ton of pain and things that have happened in your past that, has caused you to shut down. Maybe you've lost self-trust. Maybe you've lost belief in yourself. Maybe you've lost commitment to yourself. Maybe you're just not connected. Maybe you forgot that you matter. I did. I forgot that I mattered. And when you wake up to the fact that if you have created this, your present, right? If you've created this, whatever body that you're living in right now, whatever your health is, whatever your energy level is, well, then you have the exact same power to create something different. And that's what's so exciting. You have all of it. You have every opportunity to create what you want, but not if you keep dragging your past along with you like an anchor. right? All of the woulda, coulda, shouldas, all of the broken promises, all of the ways you've disappointed yourself, all of the ways that you have been disappointed by others that cause you to think that you don't matter. If you keep bringing that shit in, it's really hard to change. That's what causes that like self-sabotaging voice in your head, right? The monkey chatter, not fun. Does anybody have monkey chatter? If you're watching, let me know. If you're joining me, let me know. You can hear my voice is a little bit raw today. I guess what I'm going for is this idea that people wait. We keep waiting. We wait till we feel ready. We wait till we feel motivated. We wait till there's like a better time. And there's just never going to be that. The best time is right now. The best time is right now to take, to make that commitment to you. Because once you make that commitment to you and you don't let your past pull you back, well, then anything and everything becomes possible. And the reason that I am getting so clear about this is time and time and time again, when I talk to women and I ask them, how is being overweight or living in a body that, you're not feeling awesome of impacting you? What's going on for you? Why are you wanting to change it? Do you want to know what I hear? I hear things like, well, because I feel like shit, or I feel so tired, or I'm afraid that I'm not going to have the energy to play with my kids, or I'm not going to be around long enough to look after my family, or I'm missing out on my life. I'm missing out on these experiences. I'm holding myself back. I'm not going for it. I feel unconfident, insecure. I feel less than. I feel worried about what I wear. I hate getting dressed. And so all of this emotional energy is going into this vortex of sucky. And ultimately the impact of that is when you're in that vortex of sucky, you're not letting your light shine bright. You're not putting yourself out there and creating experiences for yourself that allow you to fully live and be present. You're living in shutdown. You're living in self-protection mode. You're living a very safe but not fun kind of life. And the worry that I have for women about that is, what are we passing on to our daughters? So many of my clients had mothers who were on diet pills, who put them in Weight Watchers, who, they saw say horrible things to themselves about their weight. So now the pattern's repeating, right? Their mothers did it to them, and they're so worried that they're going to do it to their daughters, and they don't want to. They want to break the cycle. They want to wake up to how to actually take care of themselves. And, I start with a very practical, tactical. In North America, it is, our diet, it is not good. You go into any airport, I've just been traveling, under healthy snacks, there is nothing but junk. Like, I'm talking like processed, sugary junk. And the sign above it said healthy snacks. Like, we are so incongruent and so far removed from what's healthy and what's not that there's just confusion. We don't know. So of course, we've got to start with some basic foundational nutrition knowledge and understanding, how much food's enough. We overeat, overdrink, overconsume in abundance. And part of the reason why is because most of us are so shut down. We don't know how to feel our feelings. We don't know how to process hurt and pain. And so we just stuff it inside like we're taking the cork out of a champagne bottle, and we stuff it all in and then shove that cork back on so we don't have to feel. Because some of us believe that being numbed out, checked out, disconnected is safer. But it's not. It's not. One of the things that I have declared that I am committed to is to being courageous in the pursuit of changing women's lives, of being powerful in sharing my message about what weight loss really takes, and underneath it, the fundamental importance of getting healthy inside and out. And being vulnerable, sharing more about what my story is and how I've experienced this journey and what it really takes. It can be easy or simple, but not easy, right? Facing yourself, facing your fears, facing those insecurities, it's not always a bed of roses to lie on. Like, it's just really not. But I can tell you what's on the other side of it. And so often, the breakdown is what leads to the breakthrough. But most of us, we don't let ourselves break through. We stay in breakdown. And whether that's anxiety, fear, paralysis, not knowing, confusion, waiting, tolerating, resisting what is so that it persists, the more that shit's happening in our world, well, then the more weight that just comes on. Because I can guarantee excess weight in your body is a symptom of something else deeper in your life. Something else is going on. Maybe you're too busy, you're overcommitted, and maybe you've justified it, you've rationalized it. In fact, that's what you blame your weight on, is because you're so busy. Except, let me remind you, you've created that, right? If you are overscheduled, overcommitted, that's a you thing. You have the power to change that as well. You are immensely powerful. The minute you put your mind towards, I'm sure, anything, and you commit to it, you could move mountains. But are you willing to do that for you? That's the question. And if not now, then when? When is the urgency going to come? When is the being tired of the fatigue of waiting going to set in? Because what I know is the energy that it takes to change and transform is very similar to the energy that it takes to stay stuck in the sucky vortex. It's similar. There's emotional energy being expended both ways. I can truly say it is way harder, way more draining to stay stuck than it is to change. Because you know what happens when, whoa, I almost fell off my wobble board. When you stay stuck, what happens is this: the past becomes your present, becomes your future, which becomes just like your past, which becomes your present, which goes to your future. And it's like Groundhog Day. Have you ever felt like you're living like that version in that movie with Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, where it's like the same thing over and over, and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get out of it? Yeah, I have. So when you focus not necessarily on the things that you need to do, but who you need to become and the ways of being that are going to serve you in the best way to creating and keeping your commitments, that's when change happens. That's when you will start to feel flow happen. And that's when you're going to start to see results on the scale and on your body and in your energy level. And that feels really, really, really good. So we're gearing up for another incredible project in my company that we'll be sharing with you come October, but get ready for it. Because if you've been looking to find the answers, the support, the solutions, the guidance, the immersing yourself into a community of women who are ready to go for it, well, then you're going to be really excited. So we'll be sharing more about that in a couple of weeks. Until next week, though, I'll be back again next week for Get Real with Jen. And that is all for now. Have a super Monday, everybody. And if you make the decision to commit to being a certain way this week, pop in the comments below and let me know what that is. How are you going to commit to being in the world this week so that you can start to create results for yourself? Talk to you soon.